Good evening commoners. It's me DJunQT back with finally part 2 of iconic groups. Ya or nah. Today will be a little different because we're going to discuss more of the group's background and I won't be giving survivability rates. Now then, since I don't know how long this video will be, let's get started. TRCNG. Some of you may know TRCNG. They are, or should I say, were supposed to be BAP's younger brothers. However, TSNT made sure they couldn't leave a mark in the K-pop industry. They had a decent lineup and debuted in 2017 along with many known names, some of which who disbanded just like them, including Ace, The Boys, Wannaone, JBJ, Priston, Varsity, and many more. TRCNG was talented. They had good stage performances, good rappers, and vocals, and their visuals did not lag behind. They had a recipe for a future successful group, however the critical matter of which plunged them into doom: TSNT. Bad living conditions, physical and verbal abuse, low budgets, and hiatuses. The good start TRCNG should have had when debuted started to fade. They tried to have a comeback but it didn't have as much success. Anyways, I will forever say #justice for TRCNG. Unfortunately, their discography wasn't much to be able to effectively judge, but they most certainly had the talent to grow their identity, and that is a loss in its own. Iconic. No, but they most definitely could have been known with more groups like today. Which brings me to one of their debut year peers, The Boys. Again, personally, The Boys' B-sides and overall have a 65% playback value for me. Their title tracks are 50-50. I liked their sound more when they first debuted. I feel like it gave them more of a recognizable identity of some sort. And although they've grown tremendously, their budget put into MVs is questionable. It's most likely due to belonging to a little unknown company, but with so many members, the costume changes along with video quality most definitely can't be cheap to afford. But at least they most definitely have memorable and recognizable members, visual-wise and talent-wise. And what I like most of all is that they are able to put on a performance. A show. But while you'd be able to hear a song and go, oh, that's The Boys, I'm not so sure that's the sentiment with their latest releases. Iconic. Not quite. Next up on the docket we have Pink Fantasy. Dreamcatcher sisters. Both having concepts not really being done in the industry gives them a unique sound, although I'd say as of now Pink Fantasy's concept leans more on the dark rock side than Dreamcatcher. I feel that even though they dragged their bunny mascot reveal and lost half of the members they debuted with, it still most definitely gives them even more of an identity than other groups. That bunny mascot is an important staple for them. They most definitely deserve more attention for their title tracks, choreography, and overall talent. Through all their ups and downs, I applaud them for their persistence and consistency in concept, as a lot of their peers have disbanded by now or tried to change up their style due to lack of engagement. If promoted properly, they could most definitely weasel their way out of newgudom. For me, their overall discography, including title tracks, is a 70% playback value. Iconic. No, only because nobody knows them. Next group we'll talk about is Nature. Their visuals are 100. And they're really good at owning a concept. However, again, it is a problem of promotion along with consistent releases. Where the hell is their comeback? It seems like I say this a lot, but give them their flowers. Their title tracks are flawlessly catchy. They can perform, sing, dance like they are really talented. It surprised me that they weren't more well known. Dare I say confuses me because they definitely have more of an it factor than some more well-known girl groups at the top at the current moment. I'd give them an overall 85% playback value. They somehow give off second-gen girl group vibes. Iconic. No, because they're not promoted properly. Pass the baton. Next group, TXT or Tomorrow by Together. Known as BTS Little Brothers. While that may be flattering to be the little brothers of BTS, I'd say that it kind of overshadowed TXT in a way. Their sound at the beginning of their career was kind of like a BTS Dynamite/Boy with Love copy. Although they were talented, had good visuals, vocals, and that talent shined through at times, they still were kinda trapped in that BTS era sound. However, now I'd say as of recently they've most definitely grew into their own identity and sound, but there are still some remnants in their music sometimes. I don't know what it is, maybe it's just that big hit sound, but I still hear the BTS influence in their boy groups. They all have a hard time breaking out of that mold and becoming something completely different, even if their releases are good and they're talented. Maybe it's time that they need a change in producers or something. But back to TXT, their B-sides are something that's a 90% playback value. However, their title tracks are something that I really can't get into unless it's something like 0x1 = Love Song. I feel they should stick on that path because it most definitely showed more of their color than their other title tracks. Love them though, but if TXT was not from Big Hit, those title tracks would not make it out of newgudom. Iconic. Yes, because the exposure they were able to get in their visuals. Next group, Luna. Luna is doing decent for where they are, but they could be doing better. Before I start my evaluation, a fandom's behavior matters, especially a fandom whose group they're supporting comes from a small company. If you're toxic, you can end up turning off people who want to check out your group. And orbits. You are toxic and annoying. Anyways, that doesn't take away from Luna's talent. I'm not sure what's going on with Luna right now, so take my words with a grain of salt, but it seems a shame that they recently won their first win with Flip That and then the bullshit commenced. From what I've heard, they've lost pretty much most of the members, leaving them with 5 members right now. I don't know if this is true or not, so correct me if I'm wrong. If so, I must say their company really fumbled the bag. Their B-sides 95% playback value, and their title tracks, even though some are a bit yeah, but anyways, most of their title tracks are catchy with decent choreography, but their formation changes are really something. A shame that they're under the company they're under, but then again, it's very rare that a K-pop group is under a company who does right by them. Iconic. I'd say so. Some people probably have heard a song by them somewhere throughout their K-pop journey. Moving on, D-Crunch. First, a moment of silence for these talented individuals. D-Crunch has disbanded, but we'll still discuss them. Now this is where everything I've been talking about in my videos comes together. Visuals. Unfortunately, their visuals weren't something that was memorable enough to gather a cult-like following, and although they were talented in singing and rapping, I can't say that their identity would be something recognizable. They did, however, give off major second-gen boy group vibes, but after their debut song Palace, they sinked further and further into the background of the sea of idol groups. They didn't have the it factor that made them stand out, but it's confusing because their title tracks were not bad. It was of decent quality. Overall playback value, I'd give them 55% if I'm feeling nostalgic. Iconic. No, because they failed to leave a significant mark in the industry. Next group is a bias pick. Wavy. Wavy is technically NCT, but also technically a 4th gen unit, so they can count as 4th gen. Obviously, coming from SM, their quality and production is not bad, and in my opinion, Wavy's whole disc choreography is the best out of all NCT units. Personally, they were doing well, but like I said in my last video, Lucas Gate really kinda set them off course. And that gave SM's already xenophobic ass more of a reason to not promote them properly or give them comebacks as often as other units. But vocals. They have it. Dance and choreography is there. Rap could use some work, but it's decent. Doesn't really take away from their songs too much, it pretty much blends well. I'll never not say Wavy should be more well known and in a better position than they are today. The way SM treats them is a waste of talent, quite literally. Criminal. Anyways, I'd give Wavy's playback value a 99%. Not a lot of groups reach this percentage, but their B-sides are all bops for real. Check them out. Iconic. Yes, not ashamedly a biased opinion. Next group, Very Very. They deserve to be VIX's little brothers. They know how to body a concept. Unfortunately though, internationally they are paid dust, and that thwarts their popularity in a way. Because it puts them in a box of only having mostly K fans influence their success, and we all know how fast that can go left very quickly. But truly, honestly, they deserve more attention. I know a Very Very song when I hear one. Their vocals and rap are that recognizable, and their visuals don't lack either. Although their budget seems a bit lacking for MVs, sometimes they really make it work. Every title track I've heard from Very Very has been catchy. They quite literally don't release bad title tracks. Even their least popular or liked title tracks are catchy and are something I could replay more than a lot of established well-known 4th gen groups that are doing better than them. And now we discuss their dance abilities. They are without a doubt one of the most synchronized 4th gen groups when it comes to dance, and it's satisfying every time I see it. I'm not quite sure why they don't have more of a following. If you know or have an ideal why, please comment so we can discuss. Anyways, I'd give Very Very's overall disc choreography a 95% playback value. Iconic. No, because their exposure is lacking and they have 5 international fans. Last group of the day, Secret Number. Secret Number is a group who made a lot of noise in the scene for their debut, but ever since then I've heard nothing else about them. I think their music is more on the EDM pop side, correct me if I'm wrong. It's not like their music is horrible, but it doesn't have that it factor about it to push them into the spotlight of the many 4th gen girl groups. Like if you played a Secret Number song in front of me right now, I wouldn't be able to put my finger on who it was. The thing is though, they're talented, but then again, what K-pop group isn't talented? Like I said, they need the thing that makes them stand out above and beyond all other groups because of how talented everyone is. And because of how many groups there are. At this point, company, budget, promotions and production are very important. Anyways, I give their playback value 35%. Kinda felt cruel for this rating, but this is just my opinion. Iconic. No, because who is secret number? That Leah girl is cute though. Anyways, this has been DJungQT. Should I do a part 3? I still missed a lot of groups. So maybe I will. Well then, this video has been too long. Bye bye.